And we are back. We're just having so much fun here. It's like our producer has to say, hey guys, let's focus on the show right here. But we are with a fascinating young lady right here, Glen Alex. She's a published author. If you just join us right now, she has her own foundation. I mean, her life is fascinating and all started in a very difficult upbringing. So we're not going to go over that because we went over that on the previous segment. So you do want to watch that. But how the youngest of 10 kids, okay, growing up in a very, very unfavorable environment, right? Fast forward and she gets her master's degree. You know, she's a published author. She has her own foundation. She has her own TV show and has helped thousands and thousands of people on their health. So today we are talking on Manifesting Your Dreams about the power of decision.
Yes.
And how important it is if you do want to manifest your dreams, because we know you have some dreams that you have in the back burner there. Maybe you put them in a drawer, and it's time to say, you know what? If I'm not going to make it happen now, when, right? Because someday, I don't know if you notice this, but someday it's not in the calendar. I look at my calendar, it's not on the digital calendar, okay, it's not in the Franklin planner, someday it's not there, right? So all we have is today, and your power to make decisions is not in the past, right? Because we can't change the ones that we made, good or bad. It's not on the future, right? Because we can't do anything, it's right now. Yeah. So decide right now one dream you have, and you say, you know what? I'm going to give it another shot, right?
Yes.
I'm going to give it another shot. So I'm going to ask you about this. You have a book that was published, okay? And this is something that right now I run into so many people, and they say, I want to write a book. I want to write a book, right? So having the idea is important, right?
That's the start.
But from going from there to actually having not just write it, because I have somebody that said, I wrote a book. I said, how can I read it? Well, I haven't even printed it yet, right? It's like you want to get it published, right? So maybe there's a book in you, or maybe there's some ideas from Glen that you can apply on another project. So tell us how you went from your idea to actually make it happen, and how you use decision to make those things happen, because there's other people that at the same time had the book that is still not published, right?
Right.
So how did you make that happen? Why don't you share that with us?
Well, it wasn't just a moment that created the book. I have 3 friends that I've had for decades, and they would always say to me, because I wrote my own newsletter, and they would always say to me,
you had a newsletter,
yes,
like an email or mail?
Both, email and mail, and I would give to clients.
Okay,
and
good.
So these 3 friends on their own would say, when's the book coming out? You need to write a book, you need to write a book. This went on for 10 years or more. And so at the end of 2013, I went through the beginning. It was the beginning of the darkest period of my life.
Oh, wow.
And I sunk into an extremely deep depression. And through a series of events, I started to come out of it about 6 months later. At that time, I was introduced to author Patrick Snow and was presented with the opportunity to write a book. And still a little fuzzy emotionally and mentally, I asked myself, well, why would I write a book? And the answer that came back, and again, listening to your intuition and your inner wisdom, was why not?
Why not? There you go.
Why not? I've always loved to write. I'm very expressive on paper, and so the talent and the inclination was always there. It was just deciding to go further with it. And so when my inner wisdom said, well, why not? I said, okay. And I started writing. I started writing. It was like a year and a half that it took to write the book, because I'm a busy girl.
Absolutely.
I'm a busy girl. Other people can write in 2 months, but because I have other things going on.
Sure, absolutely.
And the inspiration.
Well, time is going to happen anyway, right?
Yes.
Time is going to go through anyway. So
it's going to happen anyway.
Oh, year and a half. I don't have time to do that. Well, a year and a half is going to go like that.
So fast. It passed so fast. And then going through the editing process, and then there you go, living in total health.
Voila! Voila! Le livre. Great book, Living in Total Health, right? A fantastic book. By the way, I love the way it feels and everything. It's a quality book.
Thank you.
So
we wanted the Cadillac.
Yeah, we went to the Cadillac.
Yes.
So see, this is very interesting that you said, right? Because everybody has an idea.
Everybody
right?
has an idea.
An idea. Maybe I want to do this. Maybe I want to get into a relationship.
Yes.
Maybe I want to get out of a relationship. Maybe I want the job. Maybe I want to get out of the job, right? But it doesn't happen immediately. So it took 10 years of that marinating in your head. And then one day you said, okay, now it's going to happen,
Yes.
right? But just like you said, it's like, you know what is interesting? When you look at people that are very successful or people that we have a tendency to admire, right? Their lives look perfect.
They do.
Right? It's like, because media, unfortunately, right,
Makes it look
they
that
go
way.
like, oh my God, this artist, or they're so,
Yeah.
like, you know something that I learned, and you from LA, I thought that actors that I like always had jobs. Right?
Right.
And then I find out this guy that I really like hasn't made a movie in
For
5 years, you know?
Yeah.
And he's going through the auditions or whatever, and he's negative and frustrated and
Yes.
depressed. I said, no, you can't be depressed. You're my hero in that
Right,
movie, you know?
right.
So it's like everybody that you admire, you need to know this, is going through the same trials and tribulations
Yes.
that probably you are, or if you are not, you will go through, right?
Yes.
But in the you said in your darkest moment, right? Somebody will say, right? Oh, I can't write the book now because, you know, I'm nobody. I'm
right.
down on the floor, right? Whatever,
do I have
right?
to share?
So in the
Yeah.
same situation, you actually could make two very different decisions. You can use that situation to rationalize that it's not the right moment
Right,
because you want to
right.
be very happy and, you know, somebody that loves you
And
and
stay
be making a
stuck.
lot of money, right?
Yeah.
Or say, you know what? What did you say? Say it again.
Why not?
Why not? Why
Why
not?
not?
Why not? Right?
And if
Why
not,
not?
now when?
If not now, when? So write those things down.
Yes.
Why not? And if not now, when you're gonna do it, right?
Yes.
And then after she made the decision, it took a year and a half, right? It wasn't like instant. The decision is made instantly, but then you need to put on the work, right?
You absolutely put in the work, and I'll tell you one thing about making a decision is the commitment comes with that decision. So I had no idea it would take a year and a half to write the book.
Do you think it was gonna be shorter or
I
longer?
thought it would be shorter because
Okay.
I, had
Oh,
all
2
these,
months.
I had all these ideas and I already had
Okay.
a lot of material written. Putting it together though was a different, turned out differently than I expected, though I'm really pleased with the outcome. However, the decision that I made to write the book carried me through
Yes.
the process. My commitment never wavered, even though it took longer than I anticipated.
Powerful.
Because when you make a decision, the commitment comes with it. And it's the same thing when I do a detox program. When I make the decision to do it, the commitment comes with it, and I can weather the storm of being really hungry.
Exactly.
and wanting something that I shouldn't have on that program. So don't doubt your ability to follow through. You make the decision, commit to the decision, and the rest will be revealed to you as you go through that process. You don't have to know every single detail up front.
Absolutely. And you know, so interesting that you said that, because what year did you get it published actually?
2016.
2016. So if it had taken a year and a half, or if it had taken 3 years,
Yes.
right now it wouldn't be making any difference anyway, right?
right,
Wh-
right.
Whether if it had taken 2 months or 3 months like you originally thought, or a year and a half like it took,
Yes.
or let's say it was even harder and it took 3 years, today we'll go, voila, le livre, right? The same
Right.
thing, right? It
Right.
wouldn't make any difference. So this is something very powerful, and again, it is mentioned by Napoleon Hill, is that when you make a decision of what your outcome is, you want to be, and he interviewed Henry Ford, I mean, hard-headed, right?
Yes.
Thomas Edison, hard-headed, right? So those people, and right now it could be Mark Zuckerberg, it could be, you
Yeah,
know,
brilliant
whoever
people.
whoever you admire today, right? So those people are inflexible in the decision of the outcome they want,
Yes.
right? But this is the distinction that is very important. They're very flexible
In the process.
in the process.
Yes,
And
yes.
do you find that true to you?
I totally
Okay.
agree with that, because again, I had a different idea of what the process would be like. Once I got into it, I had to rewrite and then send it in and rewrite and do all those things. That never wavered my expectation of the outcome though. I never wavered on the outcome of having a printed book. Yes, the process and the day-to-day tasks shifted, and that's okay. You have to be flexible and
Exactly.
be able to adjust and make adjustments. However, the end product is still the same, a printed book.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Fantastic. And if you think about things that maybe were not manifested in your life, it's very likely that it was the other way around, right? You were stuck in the process,
Yes.
like I have to do it like this.
Yes,
My
yes,
relationship
very
has to be like that.
Yes.
He has to be like this. So she, right? But then the outcome was like, well, you know, it could be here or it could be there, whatever.
It was hit or miss.
It was hit or miss,
Yes.
right? So this is fascinating. So any tips that you can share, things that you actually did to go through with that process? Did you use visualization, self-suggestions, anything that you done during that process?
Yes, actually, I use meditation a lot.
Okay, okay.
Meditation just to stay calm and to keep me open
Okay.
to my inner wisdom. I also would parcel off time to write. And so like first thing in the morning, maybe half an hour, I would write and just wrote whatever came up to my mind.
You put it in the calendar, like I'm gonna be half an hour today writing?
I
or
didn't put it
something?
in the calendar, I just did
in
it
your
when I woke
mental.
up. Yes.
Okay. Oh, there you go. Okay.
My mental
In my
calendar.
mental calendar.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And so
okay.
it was free flow
Free
writing.
flow,
It wasn't
okay.
structured. So whatever ideas came into my head, then I wrote those down, and the structure came to me later.
Okay.
So that's the way I process.
Did you type it up or you write it? Handwriting?
Both.
Both. Okay.
Both.
Okay,
I
that's
would
good.
handwrite it if I wasn't at a computer, and then later I would put it in the
Okay,
computer and make
okay.
revisions as I typed. So you have to have a way to connect with who you are. And meditation for some, yoga for others, strenuous activity for other people,
Exercise.
because that will make you focus.
Yes.
So you have to have a process to stay connected with yourself. And then a tangible strategy, like writing at a specific time, and then reviewing your work from there.
Fantastic. I have two questions to ask you.
Okay.
We're going to be right back, okay?
Okay.
But by the way, social media shows today, if you're watching this program live today, they're giving away 2 tickets, okay, for the show here in Vegas. So make sure you tag a friend, tag your friend, so if they win, maybe they take you, right?
Right.
More chances for you to win, and also for a buffet, a breakfast buffet. So read on the caption. Well, so we're gonna be right back. Don't go anywhere, okay? Because she has more to share with you. Good job, girl. Stay with us.